Welcome, welcome, welcome. Had to get me a drink of water before we get started today. So, welcome everyone. If you're new here, I'm Latanya Taylor, affectionately known as the Rev Coach, the Juicy Spirit Mama, the Priestess of Purpose, Pleasure, and Passion. And I probably and profits, and I should probably say multi-purpose because today I'm putting on another hat, if you will, which a lot of you don't get privileged to see or experience. So I want to, because the energy load, what's ironic, and I see you all who have joined in the chat below, and I'm gonna add you. And so the energy load is thick, the atmosphere is thick because we see a lot happening with the earth. Now, some of you are so highly intellectual you don't understand or wonder why a provost of a university, a woman with a doctorate degree, a woman who's done different stages is talking about the stars. The problem is that you have been conditioned to think that it's all boxed or woo woo and not know the connection that we have to everything. So when ish hits the fan, it hits you on social media or your news. And then oftentimes you react, even with your degrees and your smartness, because you don't get into the woo woo. Now, I didn't come to insult you, but I hear the chatter. I've heard the feedback. We have discussions about where people were before they came into this space. And I know I'm kind of fading into my background a little bit, but I want to put the context. I don't always want to come on here to teach. Number one, Shift Talk has been delayed, so we're doing Womanhood Wisdom Wednesday type ish things, right? But Shift Talk will be back with guests. But here's the point: this all connects to love, sex, and money, purpose, pleasure, and passion. So that spills into your business. This spills into how we show up in other places. And if you, in particular, here's my real crew, not the ones who still have their nose turned up. And y'all are my friends. It could have been me. It would have been me. It should have been me if it wasn't for the. Woo! So I say that now to the healers, to the empaths, to the energy workers, to the seers, to the ones with spiritual gifts, to those of you who feel energy and you know something is happening, even if you don't have the words. A lot of women are bearing the brunt of all of the DNA upgrades, the solar flares, the volcanoes, the floods that are opening, the immigrants crying out, the being torn on one side, polarized on another side. We feel that. Even if we're not on social media that much, all of the women that I work with tend to feel this, even if they are in high executive positions and don't have the space to be able to look into this, shift this, move this for them. And it can feel like fatigue. It can feel like depression. It just can feel thick. So this morning, I know I woke up and I was like, what in the world? If you're working out, you're intermittent fasting, you're doing the herbals, at least I know I am. And I still was like, like it was something, a gravitational pull I couldn't get moving. And so I had to give me something hot and then sit for a minute, pray a lot. I prayed twice this month. I had to double up in my spaces, leading the space. And slowly, as I channeled the message that needed to come through, so this speaks to you and your spiritual gifts, I felt lighter. So many of us are not using our spiritual gifts because we're so afraid of the kind of critics that I was speaking to when I first came on. The people who watch and then they don't participate. What do I need to mind my mouth today? That's why I'm going to do this energy reading, child, and get on up out of here, because we play with it. Some people take for granted that somebody needs you. Somebody needs what you have. But if you are so afraid of what people are going to think because you're so bougie, you come from a bougie group of people like I do. I do. My people is bougie. They might not like it when I say it, but it don't make it any less true. So I don't know who I'm talking to today to start off this session, but I really didn't come in here to even do that much talking because I didn't feel like it. All I really wanted to do was check in with other people who also may be feeling the energy of planet shifting. One of the planets that's shifting is Venus. Venus is all about love. Venus is all about relationships. Venus is about feeling. It is about the heart. It is about the money. Venus, Venus, Venus. So she's shifting, and she hasn't shifted like this in the last few hundred years. So all of the planets are making shifts that they haven't made in hundreds of years. And I just had a friend that is much more corporate minded. She said, "Girl, I see you be posting about the planets and the stars, and I don't understand that stuff." But what she said was dismissive rather than saying, "I don't understand about it. I'd like to learn more." And many of the healers, the teachers, the seers, the empaths, had you all have had experiences like that, mostly from your family, from the people that you love the most. The people that you love the most are the ones who oftentimes have where you've had to play the smallest. So I want to give a gift today of something that I do in my private readings. Of course, it will only be a sample because um the reason why is because I got distracted because I'm on TikTok too. um we it's private. It is private, so I can only give a small portion. So if you're in the tribe and you're on my VIP list, then you have the link to come up here on the platform. I'm going to start with my sister, my beautiful team member, the beautiful Janae. Janae is in the house, Tony. Tony is on TikTok for some reason. I'm on YouTube, y'all. If you're watching on TikTok, we just been playing with it. My husband always says, "Ain't nothing good unless you play with it." So I sent the direct link out to the tribe members. I offered it on my general Facebook page. If you are watching on my general Facebook page, you have to comment in order for me to send you the link, because I can't see you. So I have to see your engagement, and you have to tell me you're on Facebook if we have time, because I'm only going to do so many. All right. So what I'm providing is a frequency reading that scans your chakras, your meridians, your external body, and reads the energy around them to see where you could be holding inflammation, where you're blocked, um, or where the energy is low. This frequency reading, the advantage of coming is that when I first started my training, I started with holistic health. That's how I really, really started my journey. And oh, thank you, my loved. Yes, join my fan. So I started with holistic health. A lot of people don't know that. And I started with the mind and body connection. So anytime that I worked with someone, I had an opportunity to work with someone. Tony, let me know if you want to come up and participate in that way. When I first started doing that first, of course, I started with me. So this is how I became more awakened. It's through the body, through my desires. The feminine loaded in last because mother is not to be played with. And what I found is because I've journeyed through the mind, the body, and spirit to no problem, to heal myself, to shift myself, and mostly to rebirth myself. This is what makes me spiritually multilingual. There's more pieces to that, but I want you, it's no one better than to start this off with and make this offering is this beautiful juicy butterfly team rebirth, woman of her own right, serving communities and people in mental health and wellness and healing, Janae. So come on, you want to tell the people, you want to say anything,
Hello.
because you've seen it.
It's a pleasure to be here with you all today. I am definitely feeling the energy. I'm definitely loving the summer energy, but I have been feeling some things, and I was feeling a little tired this morning myself. I slept later than I normally sleep, and so I was like, "Whoo!" So I'm happy that you noted that, and be aware of that energetic what I was experiencing.
Yeah, it's been for day, and I was like, wow, I'm supplementing. I still am weaning myself off a little bit more sugar, right? But for the most part, supplementing, working out, and I mean, it's a war with the menopause. But all of this is not menopause; is what I recognize. It's not. So, um, so of course I go and I've been looking at the Schumann resonance, and so it reminded me we have tools. And so the tool that I'm going to be using is the AO scan. And it's a good thing that is you, because I need you to send me some data that you don't want to post here online. So that's the other thing for anybody else that wants to be read. If you got the text, you can respond to the text with your weight, your height, your birthday. So you text me that from your phone? Don't make that face.
Oh, I can definitely guess. Hold on.
um, and yeah, send me your birth date, and you'll get to see a live AO scan, which I translate. So what's going to happen is I'm going to just give a miniature reading, and then I translate it using the things that I've been trained in. But then you'll get you can get a report. You can get a details about what's happening in your own chakras, and it can shift from day to day. So when I look at this, I'm going to be looking in the chakras, okay? And so this is something that you can double dog dare if you want to, right? Your chakras will tell me the story. So that's how come also it's limited here, okay? So yes, so I'm gonna do it. I'm just waiting on her. Okay, good. She just sent it. Wow, our numbers are very transposed, I see. So all right, I got it. Hold on. So what I'm doing is entering in her specific data so that the mathematics and the measurements are set for her group. So let me look. Okay. And then, hi. Okay. Oh, Janae, I thought you was taller.
Everybody does.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to just snapshot a picture for our records. Are you always picture ready? So go and give that Oshun energy. Ooh. Okay. Hold on, those of you on TikTok, hold on, because then you'll be able to see. Oh, I need your email address. Now that means I got to look it up. Let me see. so that you can get the report. And it's not going to let me do it. Oops. It's not going to let me do it without giving it to you. So I'm going to use the one I have. Okay, Janae?
Yes.
Now, don't you're going to need to be off of mute because I need your voice to
Okay.
do it.
Okay.
Um, and so what's going to happen is you're going to say I am and your full name 3 times or more until really till I tell you to stop. Okay? And you'll see the magic happen right here. Thank you for running proxy. That's how you do it. That's how you show up as a juicy one. This is a real juicy OG for real, y'all. Okay. You're welcome for the Ho'oponopono prayer this morning. Okay. So, so I'm gonna turn my volume up, and I want you to use your throat chakra. But get centered. Just take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And when I tell you to start, you say your full name until I tell you to stop. Begin.
I am Janae Kai Williams. I am Janae Kai Williams. I am Janae Kai Williams. I am Janae.
Okay. All right. It was a little broken because your microphone was up and so was mine, but I might do it again because I wanted to be your clean voice. So I'm just gonna turn my mic down a little bit. You use your throat chakra that time, baby. So let's do it. One more again. Begin.
I am Janae Kai Williams. I am Janae Kai Williams. I am Janae Kai Williams. I
Okay, good. So the scan has started. Those of you on TikTok can see it. So let me see if I can bring it closer there so you can see it here. As you can see, it's scanning your outer body, your your organs, your chakras, and your meridians. I'm trying to bring it a little higher. So as you can see, it's a full scan of your body using your voice because we are all frequencies. So hey, hey Gigi. And so we are frequency beings, we are energetic beings. And so it scans where you are right now. This is for everybody that's watching. It's for where you are right now. It says, okay, let me see where her energy is. Then it scans a second time, but it's sending you energy right here. Many of us, we've heard people talk about remote healing. Many people we've talked about Reikiing, at distance Reiki. So we know that we've done it with our bodies, but this is doing it with the mathematics of Tesla technology using sound frequency called radionics. And so this radionics is measuring the energy no matter where you are and also sending you energy. So it can send you an adjustment, Janae, based on the data that you enter and in your voice. Because our voices has its own soundtrack. This is mathematical, but it is also spiritual. And so once it scans you where you are, it scans a second time. And the second time is when it's sending you energy. And then it's going to scan a third time to see if you accepted the energies. And that's what I translate in my readings. And then, of course, those of you who have had readings with me, you know that I blended with the ancestral and the other feminine work that we do. As you can see, this is also sent. So right now it's sending you energy. Can you hear that? Can you hear these sounds?
mm-hmm. I can feel.
So a lot of the empaths, the sensitive ones, the healers, the creatives, who they can feel it, and it's going up and down, creating a soundtrack based off of where you are right now. And the soundtrack tells the story of what we're carrying. And oftentimes those you don't have to wonder, but sometimes we can mistaken our awakening symptoms to be something wrong, because if our mindset is trying to be good, trying to be perfect, and I know I'm doing this just like me, then what happens is you'll go there and start trying to fix it, like many of us do, because we're in such a masculine mindset of fixing everything. However, when we're talking about um, um ascension symptoms, sometimes nothing could be wrong. You're just filtering the energy and receiving upgrades. So the other day I did my own. My chakras were more open than they had ever been on any other reading. So a lot of the stuff that we have going on is mental, and we're being bombarded with so much energy. So astrologically, this is actually a very favorable week of Venus energy, as I was saying. And the reason why I'm talking through this is because it's still working. And then I'm going to do the reading as soon as it finishes working. Then I'm going to do the reading. This is why I say I can only probably do 2 people. So when this is a very favorable energy in terms of Venus, because she brings benefits. However, Saturn is also preparing to go into retrograde, and this is the fearful energy. If you know anything about astrology, if you know anything about even symbology, the symbols of, punishment or getting in trouble or discipline, because we have to, the seers, see, to be empathic and to walk around and say, oh, I'm an empath, it comes with responsibility. It means that you have to adjust and do something different. And sometimes we don't do it in our own strength. It's still working. So I'm talking through it, still sending you frequencies. My voice is not even affecting it because it captured your voice. So it's still sending frequencies. And it's almost done. And you will get a chance to just hear. So I think it's very brave of my sister here to say, let me come on, but hey, she knows that I got her covered. I'm not going to tell her anything that will needs to be private. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm getting ready to do is just a miniature version. And so I am offering a special on this called the She Motions and He Motions special, or you can just get a laser frequency reading. I would recommend, if you want frequency, come for frequency. And that there's a starter frequency reading that you can get. Okay, so now here, I'm getting ready to go in. All right. So what it does is it gives me a full report on a little bit of everything that I won't show here. But what I'm going to do is just show the chakras. So this is your chakras. Very, very favorable. So you don't even have to worry about me going into your video too much, because not a lot is blocked or vibrating low. Oh, I forgot to show y'all. Okay. All right. And so, but what it does is tell me we can have one area, one spot that brings the message. And the message that is coming through for you is through the sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra, of course, we know that is our creative center. Actually, yes, Correction. This is the solar plexus. Solar plexus. I looked at it wrong. It's the solar plexus. Say it again.
That's where I felt the energy.
It's in the solar plexus. Yes. So it's the solar plexus. I was looking at it wrong. So the solar plexus, of course, is about identity. And so whenever the solar plexus has a block in it, then what it's speaking to is something going on around the will, around willpower. And so if there's something that you are trying to weigh in your life right now, and it's testing your will, it's when you know what to do, but you don't have the strength to do it. That's the will. And so when it's blocked, it's saying that it's being blocked by shame. Shame doesn't necessarily always have to mean that, you're doing something currently wrong, but just having the mindset of, I am wrong. So if you look at whatever you're dealing with in your life right now, you look at if it's testing your will, the thing that's weakening you is the belief that I am wrong if I do this, if I say this, if I put up a boundary. And your body is absorbing that energy. So you see, I don't have to go into what we're doing is readings, Dr. Angela. You'll appreciate this. I'm doing my frequency reading, and I'm just doing a miniature one live. But also, when you said you felt that it was in the solar plexus, because I know you're a woman that's very in tune with your body, then you pay attention to how it'll manifest physically. It may not be there yet, but if you hear this is how you will help clear up the mind and body connection, which is diabetes. It can show up when it's inflamed. It can show up as diabetes when the solar plexus is blocked. It can show up as gallstones, nervousness, low energy, muscle cramps, stomach problems, the lumbar or the spine, or liver disorders. Now, whenever we see the liver, when I go into a deeper reading, when I go into the full reading, I can automatically tell you that there's anger there, and there's unexpressed anger. And if anger may not be a part of your identity, because that's what the solar plexus speaks to, anger may not be a part of your identity. However, it may be the tool that you need to get to your willpower. So when you come for a more private reading, there are some things that have messages in your meridians as well, but I won't go into them because those go into a deeper emotional link to all the things. And the full is a half hour, is an hour and a half, and then that goes, it'll go deeper into the specifics of the emotions that are being carried from childhood to present day, and even just our patterns. So it'll speak to the deeper reading is patterns. Thank you, Pastor Jim. So nice to have you on a live looking. All right. So that's what I can give now, because when we look at the solar plexus, we do work around that, right? So you have extra tools, you have the juicy tools. So what you can do is, after just getting this little bit of information, is now go to your feminine toolbox, and all of the things that you've taught and held space for others, then you get to apply this very specifically, some of the pleasure tools. And why am I talking about pleasure here? One, because she is a Venus energy. You have to know her. So that way, because this is for all women right now. If what we got to understand is, when your feminine is constantly taking a hit, and you become hardened, or you have to put up a shield in order to move on the earth, then the only thing that can shift and hack the system The only thing. I liked how Tony said today when I was talking to her, she said, hijack the system is your pleasure, because that's medicine. But I can only talk to the ones who are not afraid, or who are not in a mindset that this is sin, or that this is going to take you from some kind of proverbs to a woman, for you to think that there's a separation between your image, baby, your image, and doing the alternative therapies. No, it has some of you all that got to take Oprah for you to want to Jada Pinkett Smith, or to Raji. But see, what you don't know is all of them have people like me in their life to do readings for them privately. So don't none of you all know, so they can manage. Okay, let me hush. Let me shut up. Janae, what you got to say?
I give thanks. Yeah, I know exactly what's happening, because I know that I'm being stretched in a really big way right now. Yeah. I'm being stretched in a big way. So it definitely taps into the solar plexus, not just identity, but tapping into my power, and like really, really rising and owning it at another level, that is stretching me. And yeah. So,
And how many people in the comments are being stretched? So she will know that it's not just her. I talked about that this morning. And she's one of a master teacher. So we're all being stretched. Anybody on TikTok watching, you feel like you're being stretched right now? The thing is, the universe will stretch us, but it will be ego that will strain us. I want y'all to get this. It will be the universe and all of the shifts that are happening. It will be the ancestors, the angel guides, the spiritual gifts. We will feel stretched, because we are being called higher, to step into our power, to stop pretending like we don't know. We're being called to walk in our spiritual gifts. And that means sometimes it looks like you got to pull down strongholds nearby. But the ego will strain you, because that's where we got to prove something, or we got to hide something and overcompensate. And the ego will make you show up to pretend like everything is okay when it's not. Everybody wanted to pass the meme around the sister Quita, who said, what I really want is rest. Everybody wanted to pass it around. But what are you going to do about it? You have tools. And so I did come in here not to call you out, but to call you in, to call you higher. You have to use these tools, and that does mean that you might have to make an investment. Now she's invested, because she's very invested. So that's why I also offered it to the tribe. So if you want to come up next week, and I think that those of you who are watching on live, on TikTok, I could possibly do a reading for one of you all. You can invite to come, you can ask to come in, and then we can balance it. You want to stay on, or you want to drop off?
I gotta drop off, but I'm gonna jump in and listen on another way.
Okay, good. I'll see you in the comments. Thank
Okay.
you, my love. See you on the other side. Okay. So if somebody asks to come in from TikTok that's listening, I can do the reading from them, because I can get their voice, and you can witness their reading as well. Okay. So, hey, beloved, how you doing? So who is it? Who does someone want to come in? This is why it's easy for me to go into my shell when I do these all day long. I don't have to talk. I'm not as talkative these days as y'all might think when I'm in my private time, because by the time I finish channeling and downloading and translating, Then I got to shift into brain energy. The brain energy then is when I'm thinking about the university, the rebirth programs, and making sure that we get it to you. Yeah. So yes, I would love for you. How do we get you the link? Okay. Looks like nobody is asking to come up to have the experience on here. Nobody asked to come in. Okay. Good. Now I don't know. So who's asking for a reading? Say me in the comments. Okay. All right. So there is somebody on TikTok. All right. So I'm gonna do only one more. But get in place for next week. I'll take a few more next week, okay? How can you connect on a solo call? Just go to the link in my bio. It's right. It's going to be below the subscription here. The link is in my bio. The link is below this subscription. Okay. Bessie, I just allowed you to join. I invited you to join. Come on up, Bessie. You got to come on up because I'm gonna end this if I can't get you up in less than 5 minutes. Come on, baby. You're invited. We're gonna give it a minute to get in. You organize what? Okay, Onika, I see you, but you didn't answer my question. What community do I know you from? Before I pull somebody up on live, I do feel a little like I want to make sure I know you, can vouch for you, so and all that, right? All right. Hi, baby. How you doing? I see you. I'm going once, one more time, Bessie. I'm giving you an opportunity to join so they can see one more live demonstration. Okay, you made it. There you go. All right, so we're gonna do one more, and I think Bessie, you're already in my system, so that'll be easy. You were the perfect one. So you gotta make sure that you don't have any background noise, and I think you're good, Bessie. Gonna turn the volume up. All right. Okay, so we get to do another one for you all. Okay. Oh, good. You okay? Well, you all right? Send me an inbox, Onika. All right. And are you male or female? I'm sorry, I have to ask because I think you just joined the community. I want to make sure it's. Forgive me, I didn't go. Usually, I check. Haven't had time. Okay, so I'll check back in the comments when you answer, or you can just inbox me. But welcome, nonetheless, male or female. I'm not discriminating. I'm just making sure that we're connected, right? All right. Okay. All right. All right. Good. 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 You're all good. Then I think I sent you the link. If not, I'll get it to you. Okay, Bessie. Yes. So good. I can hear you clear. So you're gonna say, when I tell you to go, you're gonna say your full name 3 times. Well, until I tell you to stop. So I'm gonna tell you to begin and then tell you to stop. Okay? Okay. Begin.
Bessie Starks. Bessie Starks. Bessie Starks. Bessie Starks. Bessie.
Okay. Now I said say I am, right?
Oh no, I didn't hear you say that.
I want you to say I am in your full name. So I'm gonna tell you when to start. Begin.
I am Bessie Starks. 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 I am
very
Bessie
very
Starks.
good. Very good. All right, so we have another one that's scanning the body. Okay, let me fix my screen right here. Let me see if I can fix, yeah, let me see. Okay, good. All right, there we go. Mm-hmm. So you remember this? A little bit of it. You've had one before, so this will just be a little miniature check-in, and I would encourage you all to come and get your own frequency reading, which is a frequency starter reading is actually on special. The frequency starter reading is on special right now. If you want a private one, I understand some people don't want their business out. Some people want more information and you don't want it all right here. That's totally understandable. So that's why I'm only doing a miniature. Okay. So you all have already heard the explanation, right? And listen, I just also want you all to know, those of you who have these spiritual gifts, those of you who are empaths, change agents, those of you who are divine disruptors, some of you were considered the black sheep of your family, those of you who are feminine leaders, but you don't want to do business the same old patriarchal way, that you know that there is a connection between your spirituality and your feminine. I'm talking to you. I'm calling you out of hiding, but also into community. Because in this season, we have to be able to come in to community like this, here and here. We have to be able to come into community to say my chakras are off, my energy is off. We have to be able to come into community to be able to say that, so that it doesn't sound strange, so you don't get blown off, so you don't have to absorb low vibrational energy and judgment and criticism of alternative healing. So it's sending frequencies to Bessie right now. Right now. And this way it's even, can you hear it, Bessie?
Yes.
So Bessie can hear it. Sometimes Zoom and the other platforms, they tune it out. So as you see, this is your energy that is scanning, not yours. Over here on this side of YouTube, on the TikTok side with Bessie, she can hear the frequencies. Can you hear the frequencies, YouTube and Facebook? Can you hear the frequencies? Okay, so those of you who are just joining in, it goes through 3 levels of scans. So it's using the mathematics of sound frequency, sound rate, waves. Okay. And so it's measuring, and it will give me the soundtrack of the energy, where the energy is sitting in her body. And I translate where it is, mind, body, and spirit, and whatever else that channels through. So this is one of the ways to begin to do very specific feminine abundance shifting, so that you can shift from any lack consciousness, because sometimes the joints and the inflammation in the body is speaking to something else that we're carrying in our spirit, on our heart, particularly as women. Our hormones become so out of whack during menopause because it's carried the brunt for years. And so when you go to your allopathic doctor, they're not going to talk about this. And so I make no metal. I'm not teaching medicine, teaching medicine woman, teaching women how to become their own medicine woman, right? And medicine men. My boobs look so big on TikTok. Good God. I mean, I know they are, but gosh. Jesus. Thank you, Mama Della. Grandmama, I can't help but channel the grandmother and the mother because she's sitting on my chest. Ooh, you gotta laugh at it. It ain't funny all the time when I go take pictures, but Lord have mercy, it is what it is. So we're on the last stages of sound frequencies coming to Bessie, and some of you get the benefit. It's specific for her, but any of you in this live, you're receiving the benefit. So how y'all feeling? Brothers, y'all all right? Ladies, how y'all feeling out there? Because it's the women that's bearing the brunt of this energy. Thank you for liking the live. This is spontaneous. I've never done this on either platform. I am absolutely being obedient to the divine download that I received to offer it because I felt it. I prayed through it this morning on IVTV. I prayed through it this morning on the mothership prayer calls that we have on Wednesday. And it became lighter. I had the women speak over their life and to channel through the gifts that were coming through them today, because we have to practice our spiritual gifts in safe spaces. Okay. Thank you, Michelle, she says, I understand. I absolutely agree and understand the importance of this now. Yes. Listen, all executives have people like me who do alternative ways to keep their energy up in their life. Okay, so now we're ready, Bessie.
Okay.
All right. Can you see the screen, Bessie?
Not really.
You cannot see the screen. Why?
I mean, I can see, but it's not clear.
Oh, okay. No, it'll be clear. Can you see that?
Yes.
So you'll know I'm not making this up. This is why I love letting this be the base and the opening of our readings and our sessions, because I don't have to make anything up, but it's so precise. So the first thing that comes up for you is at the root chakra. There's not any inflammation there, but we know that the root chakra is about survival. We know that the root chakra is about the blood, the family, the core, the foundation. So whenever the root chakra is vibrating low, it says that we are in survival mode and blocked by some kind of fear, something that you are afraid of. And so this is there's something connected to fear and surviving, fear and security, fear and in the foundation. It's inflamed, but the energy is low. And I'm going to skip past the ones that are reading the time. And then the next one we have is the solar plexus. Are you still there?
Yes.
So the solar plexus is let me see what level. So it's also vibrating low. And still good that it's not inflamed. And so it is it also is about being blocked by shame. It's about identity. Who am I? Who am I in relationship to expressing it in the world? And so because I see the root and the solar plexus, I also see that whatever has you in fear also is what evokes the shame. I'm doing something wrong. I should be doing better. If you have that, and then you're a Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
So that perfectionism of being a Virgo, of being self-critical, sometimes actually self-brutal, the things that nobody can see, always putting yourself in performance mode. This is what can absolutely feed more of the survival inner conversations around survival and security. This can also weaken your identity of even blooming, allowing yourself to bloom, or uprooting yourself when you do bloom, because the solar plexus allows you to bloom. So then the next area that represents inflammation, and there's inflammation in your heart chakra, and it's at very high levels of inflammation, and this is about love. um and it is about love that is blocked by grief. In this case, love that is blocked by grief. um I don't want to go too much into your video, but if you do something private, we'll talk more about why the heart is showing up like this. Let me go back, because I skipped past the root. The root can show up as joint pain, lower backache, elimination issues, obesity, constipation, um, or poor immune health. Okay. Then we have the solar plexus. When it's vibrating low, it can show up as, gallstones, nervousness, low energy, muscle cramps. So here we have the muscle cramps, joint pain. This, what I didn't say about the root, it also connects to the blood. Okay. Slow blood, so slow circulation. The solar plexus is stomach problems, and live. That's how it can show up in the body. Now, when we get to the heart, it can show up in the body as high blood pressure, breathing difficulties. Here's where the circulation comes in, and it's registering right now with a message around inflammation. Okay, of course, check with your medical doctor. Check, do your own research with your allopathic medicine, okay? Because those are the rules that they say you have to play by when you talking about alternative things. Y'all got me? Okay. So this is also where shortness of breath, chest pains, but this really on a mental level is about love. I will not go deeper into the body ones any further online, but I will go to the rest of the emotional ones. Not only is the heart, but we also have the throat. The throat is blocked. The heart is blocked. The throat is blocked. This is in this area. So if you've been holding or feeling any heaviness in this area, then it's more of an emotional, mental piece that's happening, because the throat is about being blocked by lies. The only thing that can free you is the truth. And it may not be that you are lying, but it can be that there are lies around you, lies you've accepted, withholds, even if it's something that you withheld from others about what you need for love, or what you desire for love, or what the lies you may be telling yourself about yourself, your spiritual power, the lies that show up when that security and comfort zone of the root chakra gets triggered. So
there's been a lot of lies been said about me lately.
Okay, you all didn't hear her. She said there's a lot of lies that's been said about her lately. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. She said there's a lot of lies that's been said about me lately. You're holding it in your body. Did you speak on it? Did you speak to it?
No.
So that means you absorbed it. She said no, she did not speak on it or speak to it. Say it again.
I know, I agree. I did absorb it. Okay. I felt it.
Okay, well, it is at a high level of inflammation in these two areas. I don't know if we understand the level of stress, how stress can create inflammation in the body. I did not know that until a massage therapist taught me that when we're stressed, when we are holding on to emotions, when we are allowing the news media or Facebook or anybody else tell us how to feel, when to grieve. But I know that's not your case because you're not on social media like that. I get that. But even if you're if you're in a house with people, sharing energy with people, absorbing negative energy, these things affect not only your business, your productivity, but it also affects the energy that you absorb and affects your health. And stress is killing too many of us high alpha And alpha, not just in a masculine way. Alpha doesn't just apply to masculine, you all. In prototyping, it is the people that has the most need to win. So let me keep going, because there is another one. And then finally, the crown chakra is blocked. Yes, that I would say the same thing, because you only have 2 chakras that are registering at normal. But the crown chakra is saying that the cosmic energy is blocked by attachment. What do you think is the attachment that your crown chakra is attached to? Tell me. Use your tools. And if you know the answer by listening, you put in the comments what could be blocking her crown chakra. Based on this reading and the work that you have done over the years, what could be blocking your cosmic energy? Disconnect your brain. Go get out of your head and get into your heart. Think about what you just heard today, and the work that you revisit often in your work. Your
Mine is the not having pleasure.
Okay, that we'll go with that. That's a good. But let's go further. What did you hear me say at the very beginning of the reading? Because I want you to make sure you are getting this.
I don't know.
And that is a quintessential response when the crown chakra is blocked.
Yes.
I don't know. That when y'all go to I don't know, that's when your crown chakra is blocked. A lot of us just don't want to know, because you heard me and you've been with me for a lot of years, and you have a pattern. Where did I start? Look at that. Look at what's on the screen.
Oh, I can't. It's blurry. I can't see it.
No, it's not blurry. Where did I start reading? Help her out, y'all, in the comments. Help her out. Where did I start the reading?
In my root.
Thank you. There you go. Every time when it's time for elevation of the mind, when it's time to go to the next level of spirituality, the one thing that will pull you right back down into that comfort zone is them old issues that we don't let go of. In the root, the belief system. Because what's happening is many people are getting spirituality, but you're not clearing up the root. You're not clearing up the core issue. And so that's why so many people rubber band backwards and forwards. You don't elevate, or when you get ready to elevate, you hit a ceiling in your own mindset. You hit a ceiling in your own beliefs about God. You hit a ceiling in your own fears and image and pretense. You hit a ceiling and you don't have to hit a ceiling, or you don't have tools to know how to process through the ceiling, because we all hit ceilings. I hit ceilings, but I thank God for tools. Thank God for mentorship. Thank God for ancestors. Thank God for prayer. I thank God for it all. Yeah. All of it. But when we just want to dip in when it look good, and don't want to stay with it and do the shadow work, the root will be your teacher. And that is back full circle to what I was talking about when it comes to Saturn. Saturn is getting ready to go into retrograde, which is going to cause all of us to do a deeper level of inner work, even when it's good in other cosmic areas like this Venus week that we're in. So matters of the heart are up on the table, and the buffet is open. And so we can either overeat on low vibrational foods, or fast, meaning pull our faith back. We keep on putting our faith in our fears. We keep on putting our faith in what they said. But what does thus saith the Lord? See, we y'all don't even know that many of our elders was already doing hoodoo because they knew how to use the scriptures to pull down strongholds, to lift up the same, to speak to the thing, to say that it cannot come near our dwelling. But see, we'll talk and cuss somebody out. We'll cuss somebody out in our life, but we won't cuss out the shadow conversations that keep us in ego, that pull us down. We won't get an attitude with the thing that's blocking us and the thing that's stopping us from going to the next level. We won't get down and do and prostrate where we need to, because of there's an arrogance too in success, because we're so successful, some of us. And so we got to make sure them bills is paid. Not you, Bessie, of course. Not talking to you. But for all of those chakras to be bringing you messages, I would have to go into much deeper into a private space, because there are several other things that are coming up in your meridians that you may want to look at. And in order for me to send you the report, you know what to do. So I have it ready for you if you want it. And if not, accept the gift to shift. Hey, I like that. Accept the gift to shift. Accept the gift to shift. I don't care if y'all think I'm corny. All right.
I'll be getting up.
So tell me, Bessie, in closing, what did you hear? What did you feel? And was this what you needed?
It's definitely what I needed. And I can also, part of it came from a very long discussion last night with some youngins about relationships and everything. They really had my heart hurting about how they feel about things and how they see things now. And I understand about being blocked because there has been a lot of stuff said and done lately that I have not responded, have not spoken to, and I haven't released it, and I've held it in.
Okay.
So everything was right on point.
Ashe. Give thanks. So now what are you going to do about it? Now what are you going to do about it, Bessie?
I'm going to talk to you.
Juicy butterfly.
Get on the thing and get some remembrance of my tools, what I don't remember, and start using them.
Ashe. Well, just get into community at the very least. This month is governed by July is governed by the forehead. I'm going to talk more about it on Sunday, the opening of the 12 powers of man. And so all of the work that I do connects together, whether you're in the ministry of pleasure that I call juicy, or whether you are in transition from one traditional limiting religiosity mindset into your own spiritual freedom. So there are levels to this. You get in where you fit in. I say fit in through a reading. That is the front door to get to me. I no longer do. I no longer coach your pain. I don't do that no more. So the reading will tell me and order my steps and yours, whether you work with me or you work with somebody else. And then if you want to come on and get juicy, then you come and get juicy and tap into your feminine abundance. Oh yes, there is a pathway, because the Shiro has to have a pathway and a journey. And so many of you have allowed your journey to be informed by somebody else. This is you making the decision to reprogram your journey, rebirth, and rise. So this is the overflow from our juicy session last night. If you don't follow us on TikTok, I'm going to find out how to upload the live over onto YouTube for the YouTube community. But I'm Rebirth with Latanya on all platforms. Did you enjoy this? Those of you who hung in, did you enjoy watching this? If you did, and if you're interested in a reading, get it while it's still discounted. I hated that I used that word because that's a word I've taken out of my vocabulary, but you understand it's a special. Okay. Um, and we're going to do this again, energy check-in. So we're closing out. Latanya, thank you so much for stopping in. I did a frequency reading, and if you will watch from the beginning, I thoroughly explain it from the beginning. Thank you, Onika. I got you. I know who you are. The picture threw me off. I think I know who you are. The picture threw me off. That's why I asked, and if it was a man trying to get in, then but because you were a referral, a friend of the community is a friend of mine. Those of you who hung in here on TikTok, I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. We'll see you again soon on this side. We're still playing in the TikTok playground. See you on the other side, y'all. Ciao. All right, y'all. So I closed out on TikTok, and so I want to invite you all to follow me here on YouTube. If you want to come in and start at the level of a frequency reading, a starter reading, or you can go full into a blueprint reading, a full blueprint reading. Get in while you can. I have very limited office hours for that type of thing. Oh, Latanya Dubois, do I know you, beloved? Welcome. If not, I'm so looking forward to getting to know you. Marcia, I know you tried to jump on, but the reading is not quick. So even once it scans you, you have to be able to sit to receive the energy. So tell you what you do. I'm going to create a wait list. Okay. So everybody that commented, I'm going to make sure you have the link to the wait list so that you can just come on next week before we get ready to launch the new Shift Talk podcast series. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. From IVTV. Yes, yes. Good, good, good. Tamara, thank you. Thank you for letting me know you enjoyed this. And Tamara, you were just talking when you were talking this morning in the mothership. Spirit told me to tell you get yourself loaded up so we can do this work together. You need to be doing this work, but you got to get back in on your, you know what I'm saying. So we'll talk in the portal. All right. Yes. All right, y'all. I love you all. There's nothing you can do about it. If you want to jump in line, yes. Thank you so much for joining. Y'all have an awesome day. I'm going to go be quiet somewhere, recalibrate my energy so that I can move into some brain power to build some things for the Hillside University process that we're working on. As provost, if you are interested in advancing your own metaphysical learning and degrees, look into ordination or a master's degree in transpersonal psychology. I'm the person that you can talk to. I'm also creating a new pathway for you to tap into the portal. The portal this is the last month. It will be completely free to join into the portal and get all of the benefits. My team told me that I was giving too much energy away, even on our Wednesday. So it's constantly a drip in the portal because we're juicy over there and we rebirth our juicy. We're inviting you to rebirth yours. Juicy is joyfully unveiling intimacy's creative yes. It's a spiritual journey. It's the journey of the shero. It's the journey of the heroine. So come if you're ready to walk yours. I'll see you on the other side. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful day. See you on Sunday. If you're coming, it's first Sunday. See you then. First Sunday. Woo.